Now let's start with question number 11. I have taken this question number 11 because it comprises of gratuity, leave encashment, uncommuted pension, commuted pension. Generally it covers all the section 10, almost all the section 10 exemption. So if you first solve this sum and after that solve the remaining sum, you will get a grip on this gratuity, leave encashment, uncommuted commission and commuted commission and all. So I highly recommend that first 4 sums that I have taught you all in the previous video and this question number 11, please solve it first and later move on to other sums, because these are very important sums. See, the solution is this much, but the notes have run into 2 pages. If you are seeing in your practice manual, the notes are in 2 pages. So let's solve the sum. Let's read the sum first. Okay. Mr. X retires from the service of Messrs. Y Limited on 31/1/2016. That means at the end of the January he gets retired after completing services of 30 years and 1 month. He had joined the company on 1/1/1986 at the age of 30 years and received the following on his retirement. So he is a senior citizen. At the age of 30 he joined the office, and now after 30 years he is leaving, so that means he is a senior citizen. So senior citizen and write 3 lakhs rupees exemption, and check out in the end. Compute the gross total income from the above for the assessment year 2016 and 17. So this means that you don't need to calculate the tax liability, you just need to calculate the total income. Okay, so this is quite simple now. Gratuity rupees 6 lakh. You have received gratuity, but you have to find out the exemption under section 10 subsection 10. So he has been covered under the Payment of Gratuity Act 1972. So they are given in the question. He is a POGA employee. So POGA employee formula is 15/26 into latest salary per month into number of years of service completed. Service completed will be rounded off. Since it is 30 years and 1 month, it will be rounded off to the previous figure, that is 30 years. That's it. Latest salary is equal to latest basic salary plus latest dearrence allowances. Leave encashment of rupees 3,30,000 for 330 days leave balance in the account. He was credited 30 days leave for each complete year of services. Since he has been provided 30, the leave credit in his account is 330. That means in the total leave is 330. Leave credit is equal to total leave divided by 30 days. Okay, so now we have to calculate leave credit is equal to 330 divided by 30 is equal to 11. So therefore leave credit is equal to 11. If you will see here, leave credit is equal to 338. Total leave divided by 30 days / 1 month is equal to 330 into whatever the formula is, but leave credit is 11. As per the scheme of the company, he was offered a car which was purchased on 1/2/2013 by the company for rupees 5 lakh. Company had recovered rupees 2 lakh from him for the car. Company depreciated the vehicle at the rate of 15% on the straight line method, but we don't need to follow this. We have our own pattern. I have given you the chart. I have given you the box in which car is depreciated at the rate of 20% and the method is WDV, and here they are given 15% and the method is SLM, which is not the right way. The right way is 20% and the method is WDV. See, I have written over here an amount of rupees 3 lakh as computation of pension for 2/3 of his pension commutation. An amount of rupees 3 lakh as commutation of pension for 2/3 of his pension commutation. That we'll see how to calculate. Company present him a gift voucher of worth rupees 6,000 on his retirement. Entire 6,000 will be taxable. Alternative way we have to write in the notes. His colleague also gifted him a television worth rupees 50,000 for their own contribution. Since it is a movable property, income from other sources, it won't be taxable. From the following are the other particulars. He has drawn a basic salary of rupees 20,000 and 50% dearrence allowances per month for the period of 1/4/2015 to 31/1/2016. So that means 20,000 into 10 months is equal to 2 lakhs. See, basic salary is equal to 2 lakhs, and dearrence allowances is equal to 50% of 2 lakhs, comes to 1 lakh rupees. Receive pension of rupees 5,000 per month for the period of 1/2/2016 to 31/3/2017 after commutation of pension. See, even after commutation, 2/3 he has commuted, and even after commutation he is getting uncommuted pension, that is 5,000. I have already taught you in the early videos, which I'll show you again, where I have written, where did pension go? See, commuted, he has already did commutation, but after commutation also he is receiving amount, that is uncommuted amount. Uncommuted amount means receiving pension every month like salary, but not a salary, taxable to all employees, whether government or non-government employees. Since he is receiving from 1/02/2016, so up to 31/3/2016, that is for 2 months he is receiving 5,000. That will be for 2 months he is receiving 5,000 each month. That comes to rupees 10,000, and 10,000 uncommuted pension will become taxable. Okay, so now let's solve. Basic salary and dearrence allowances we have already solved. Gift voucher is already 6,000. Solve all the easy things earlier. Transfer of car, we'll see transfer of car. See, when did the company purchase? Let me take my book and I'll show you how to calculate the depreciation on this. Company purchased the car on 1/2/2013. So therefore year ending for this will be 31/1/2014, and transferred this car to him on the date of retirement, and the date of retirement is 31/1/2016. Keep this in the mind. Again, 1/2/2014 to 31/1/2015, that is for 2 years. We have already calculated 2 years, from 1/2/2015 to 31/1/2016, that is 3 years. 3 years depreciation on the rate of WDV will be calculated. Even if 1 day was less, if it was he had retired on 30th/1/2016, then this year depreciation would have not been available. Since he has retired on 31/1/2016, the third year depreciation is also allowed. Okay, I hope this is clear. Now, where were we? Okay, see, depreciation for the 3 years have been calculated here. From 1/2/2013 for WDV on 31/1/2014, less depreciation at the rate of 20% WDV on 31/1/2015, less depreciation at the rate of 20% WDV on 31/1/2016. And his question says company had recovered rupees 2 lakh from him for the car. So less amount recovered, 2 lakh. That means taxable value of perquisite is 56,000. Therefore, transfer of car, taxable value of perquisite is 56,000. Gratuity. Now we'll calculate gratuity. Okay, I'll solve gratuity for you all now. Don't worry, I'll solve gratuity. At least this much I can do. Section 10, subsection 10. First, 15/26 into latest salary per month into number of years of service completed, amount received 10 lakhs max. Okay, whichever is lower. So now we'll see the calculation. See, already they have given maximum 10 lakhs. Okay, maximum 10 lakhs. Actual gratuity means amount received 6 lakhs. 15/26 into 30 into 30. See, 30,000 into 30. 30. This is number of years of service completed. Comes to rupees 5,19,231. So the middle part, latest salary, we'll see over here. Latest salary is equal to basic salary plus dearrence allowances. They have not taken dearrence allowances, saying that dearrence allowances will not form part, but it is not correct. Wait, it is written somewhere. See note. It has been assumed that dearness allowances does not form part of a salary for retirement benefit. In case it is assumed that dearness allowances form part of a retirement benefit, then third limit of exemption. This is regarding this taxable. Okay. See, we can take dearness allowances, and here they have taken dearness allowances also in consideration. I'm sorry, I have not seen 20,000. It was over my view. So 20,000 plus 50% comes to rupees 30,000 only. So finally 5,19,231 is exemption. But we have received 6 lakhs. 6 lakhs less 5 lakh. 6 lakhs less 5,19,231 comes to rupees 80,769. Comes to rupees 80,769. So now remaining 3 leaves encashment. Leave encashment I have already done this part. 3 lakh 30 is not 3 lakh 30, sorry. 330 divided by 30, total leave divided by 30 days or 1 month into average salary. This was average salary, the formula. If you have written in your books, please open your books and see. Notified limit is 3 lakhs. Actual leave salary 3,30,000 have received 10 months into 20,000, assuming that dearness allowances does not form part of a retirement benefit. But we can take it 30,000 also. So whatever alternative view it is given over here, you have to write the sections over here also. Section 10, 10 AA. This is leave encashment. Pension is section 10, 10A, and gratuity is section 10, 10. I have written it. See, section 10, 10, section 10, 10, 10 AA, section 10, 10A. So we have done leave encashment also. Leave encashment is very easy, but there is alternative view, that's why I am not taking into depth. You can understand it if you read it properly. Uncommuted pension that I have already taught you. 5,000 into 2 months comes to rupees 10,000. Now we'll see commuted pension. Amount of rupees 3 lakh as commission of pension for 2/3 of his pension commission. So it is quite tricky, but amount received of pension commuted is rupees 3 lakhs. See, it is given in the question 3 lakhs. So amount received is 3 lakhs. Amount received is 3 lakhs. Exemption under section 10(10)(a) is equal to, since gratuity is received 1/3 into amount the value of pension, that is 3 lakhs. How much it is? I'll show a better way. This is not a better way. I'll show you how to do. 1/3 into 3 lakhs. 1/3 into 3 lakhs divided by commutation fraction. Fraction is 2/3. See, fraction is given here. 2/3 of the pension commuted. 2/3 is equal to 2 divided by 3. So the 3 will go up. It will look in this manner. 1/3 into 3/2 into 3 lakhs. So this is what it has been given here. I have shown you the proper manner how to show it. And finally the amount of exemption comes to rupees 1,50,000 and taxable value is 1,50,000. Therefore the taxable commuted pension is 1,50,000 and total salary gross total income comes to rupees 7,32,769. I hope this is clear.